Hello, this is Nathan, better known as CrazyhermitDM, and this is my podcast, The Hermit's Homebrew. Joining me today is Brent from Lang Midi Studios as we talk about Dungeons & Dragons and tabletop gaming.
I kind of wanted the guards to be played like these are elite. Mm-hmm. These guys know what they're doing. But I also kind of maybe had a couple of them be the new guys.
Yeah.
To where there was that opportunity to where...
to take advantage of that.
Stuff started happening, and so the new guys like, oh, I need to go help my buddies out, so they kind of forget their job, and they kick into help my friend. And so they kind of leave an area, which then made Nick and...
Rick.
Yeah, Nick. They
or all, I guess, would it be Roll at that point, or would it be Rick? Because
it was Rick and Annabelle. Okay. Because it was Han...
Yeah, because
made it out first.
It came out literally through this side and through
it was
hidey hole.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, Han came out first, and that's kind of comedic as to where here comes a halfling running, being chased by a rat familiar, by a rat familiar, and then here comes Annabelle, who is a fairy, and chasing after them.
And they start getting to like a wrestling match because they're all after these gems that he has.
Yep, and they think they have him like in his vest or something, and. Spoiler alert, they're not there.
Yeah, he's either swallowed them, and I don't know. We still don't know, like, as characters or players. We don't even know as players or characters, but we don't know as players because it got brought up whether he's actually swallowed them or he has, because he's talking about wanting like a belly of holding, and brought that up, and I'm like. If I was the dungeon master,
because you're a player now. Yeah,
I'm going to be honest. I'd say no to the belly of holding, just because I'm a Tarantino fan and I want you muling those in your stomach.
And you gotta. Oh.
Yep.
Oh. Whew. Anyway.
Yeah. And And I also told him, it's like, I have no visual representation of, like, actually how big these crystals are. So I don't know if they're large or small or anything like that. So I'm assuming if they're smaller and that you've muled them into your stomach.
Originally I was thinking they were, like, hand-sized.
Yeah.
But then I'm going, no... That'd be too big, especially if there's multiples of them and a whole bunch of, and then one guy's carrying them.
And
he's got a satchel or something. And no, they're probably finger sized. Maybe depending on your individual's human finger size, not halfling finger sized. So yeah, I mean, a talented person could probably swallow them.
Yeah. One funny thing that did happen after the session before we get into the wrestling match, because I want to talk about the wrestling match.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Was that it was so chaotic that for some reason Chase came across our Discord and actually apologized to you for not moving the plot forward.
He did,
and he goes, I don't feel like we moved the plot forward. And then I read that, and then I'm just like, me and Brent are both the same mind. It's like, we just had fun.
Yeah.
I don't mind if one session's worth of planning turns into 3.
No.
Because now I don't have to plan for the next 2 sessions.
Because, I was talking to
Ronnie.
Tove/Ronnie.
Yeah.
And I was like, I've got like 5 pages of stuff like written down for this first part that I have planned for you. We're at the end of session 2. We're not even halfway through page 1. I am ecstatic because that means I could conceivably carry this stuff on a little bit longer than I was expecting. So I'm like, no, that's great. I'm not complaining at all. If we only made it halfway through what I've got planned and we're still having fun, that's great. That's where you want to be almost.
Back to the chaos though.
And then
we had a 3-foot halfling, a foot tall fairy, and a 2-foot to 3-foot ratkin, beastkin, because it's Tales of the Valiant.
Yeah, Tales of the Valiant, yeah.
An agile beastkin, because they're playing a rat, or a skaven from Warhammer.
Yeah, essentially a skaven, yeah. Mm-hmm.
For any of our fantasy fans there, and knows what those are, they're a rat race. All wrestling all over this crystal, and these two have teamed up against Nick, the halfling, because he's the kind of antagonist of the session, and they end up Who cast sleep on him? Was it Rick?
It was first Annabelle she casts entangle.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
she
vine
casts, like,
entangle. And so Rick, and she cast it to where it didn't affect Rick, which was, I'm kind of going, in the back of my mind, I was thinking, okay, well, you don't know if Rick is a friend or not, but the player of Annabelle knew that Rick was a player character. So she didn't want to have him affected by a spell, which, okay.
I could see it from Annabelle's point of view, even in characters like, this dude's helping me.
Yeah, but you don't know his allegiance.
You don't know if he's going to screw you over in the end either.
Yeah, so, but she did angle the spell into where it did not affect Rick, to where Han, the halfling smuggler, was on the very edge of it, and he
got restrained.
He failed his save, and he got restrained. The one beat later, Rick cast sleep, and it took effect, and we were kind of he was kind of concerned about it bleeding over and hitting Annabelle.
Yeah.
But it was, a vast majority of the spell's power went into Han. And there wasn't enough left over to fully affect Annabelle, so therefore it doesn't work. So Han is now entangled, and he is out like a light. Like, okay. And so right at this exact moment in time, I'm going, chef's kiss, perfect. Everyone's all together. Everyone, I can have...
Everyone's working together.
Yeah, I can have story beat happen, and things...
Did they get the crystals, or did they not? They did not find them.
They did not.
They took... But the comedic thing is they thought they had them.
They did, because he had he was wearing... in character, Han was... he's got all these pockets all over him, and that was a big deal. He had all these pockets everywhere, pockets. And I'm going, okay, there's a magic item. I think it's called like a vest of pockets, or a cloak of pockets, or a belt of pockets.
Yeah, a robe of many pockets.
Yeah, there's some magic item.
It's like useful, or robe of many items.
A robe of many items is the patches that can tear off and they can become things.
Yeah,
I want to say there was a
4E item for sure. I don't know if there was a 5E.
But yeah, there's I'm like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, okay, now granted, you got to remember that Nick is going off the seat of his pants on this.
Yeah, it's
he's making it up as he goes, and we're just kind of reacting to it. So maybe that was kind of my bad as a DM, but oh well, it worked out.
Let him.
Yeah, I let him.
It stretches your DM muscles.
Yeah,
out.
Exactly. And so I was like, okay, there's a magic item that does this, so I'm gonna roll with that. And so Rick cast detect magic, and he was like, because it happened before that it was disappeared somewhere, and so the player was like, I don't trust this guy, he's getting stripped. They
work together and strip all his clothes off.
So this Skaven and a fairy are working together.
They mug him
to strip a restrained and sleeped halfling in the middle of a dock. Like
in the middle of and technically in the middle of a police raid.
Yeah, in the middle of a police raid. He's on the ground, and they're just taking shirts, they're taking pants, they're taking boots. They took everything. And I was like, okay, now he's laying. And so I narrated, he's laying there in his underwear, still wrapped up. And Rick goes, "No, I'm taking those too." Okay, so he is now. There's a naked, restrained halfling laying in the middle of the street.
And they asked him what type of underwear he's wearing.
Yeah.
I'm wearing long johns.
Like, okay, whoop, not anymore. And so now Rick, the Skaven, has all of his clothes. And they end up, okay, I did not plan for this. And in retrospect, I should have.
Yeah.
To where Rick and Annabelle look at each other. They look at the police raid going on in the warehouse they just left, and they said, nope, and they leave. And they run and they abandon the rest of the players. Because you guys aren't a party yet. You're not a group yet.
And at that point, like, retrospect back to the warehouse, Malcolm's given himself up.
Yeah, he's rolling over, yeah.
He set, like, his hammer down because he's wearing the Warhammer.
Yep.
After my character, I had rolled with my little fate dice and decided not going to cause any harm. And I set my sword out, and then...
You kind of disarmed. Because that's when you were all being told to disarm and get on the ground. You know?
And then after kneeling down there and these guys just fumbling around and these elves like going back and forth with these guards, like not with you, but like in character, even as a player, it's like I'm kind of getting irritated with these NPCs at this point.
Because now it's getting to the point to where it's their ineptitude is starting to show.
Yeah.
Because these guys were expecting to go in, boot the door open, go in and fight people and throw them on the ground and put handcuffs on them or manacles on them. We'll figure it out at the jail cell later. And now it's, they're giving up. Oh, there's a couple of people that are important here. Wait, what's going on? And so now there's going, okay, like you changed the plan on them. You changed how it works. So now they're kind of on their back heels and they're trying to figure out what's going on. However, an effective squad captain would know, okay, this is what we're going to do. But even he's kind of, which story beat wise, there was a reason for that it never came up. But like I said, it's all worked out, you know.
This episode's been brought to you by What's in the Bag? What's in the mystery bag? Relax, adventurers. It's not some grim movie ending. It's better. It's Heimdaller's Mystery Metal Dice Bag, loaded with 20 different styles of heavy, battle-ready metal dice. A random D&D class sticker of 13 possibilities, and a special Heimdall sticker with it. Perfect for your next chaotic moment at the table. So stop guessing, start rolling, find out what's in your bag. All right, I want you to imagine this. Your next game session, you drop a 4-story guild hall on the table. The roof comes off. Every floor is playable. It's Centurion 3D's Guardia collection. The detail is unreal. The immersion off the charts. Then suddenly, bam, your players walk in the room and your table goes just not from another session to one that will be talked about for years. This is the train that changes the game. Check it out now at centurion3d.com. And then the other people that was with Ephraim are like the rival house, if I remember right.
Yeah, they're a rival house, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I think I rolled enough history to kind of know.
You did, yeah.
So I used that to my advantage, and this guy's already been a dick to me. And that's when I start, and in the previous session, I stated, it's like, I'm speaking only Dwarvish to these people, acting like I don't speak Elvish.
Yep.
To make them be on my ground, just to be that guy. And that's when these people come around, I surrender, and I start speaking Elvish to them.
Yeah, and then the elders, the hell? You spoke this the whole time? Like, yeah.
And then I said, I look back at him like, yeah.
Just kind of.
And then I throw the head dick dude that's been a dick to me the entire like 2 sessions.
Mm-hmm.
It's all him.
Yeah, he's the ringleader. He was the one that told us to do this. It was him. All him.
I don't even know. And I think I even said, I don't even know what's in this warehouse. I was just told to come along with.
Yeah. Yeah, the guy, the dwarves that you were working with just bailed on you. They went, okay, you go work with those elves. We're going to go over here and do this thing. Have fun. And then they left. And it's.
Yeah, because out of like the choices you had given, like the one that like, out of my like little, I guess, detective sense going off, is like, this one makes the most sense of where this would be. This is right along the water. This is the most easily accessible. This is the one where if they had to move this cargo, whatever it is, because I don't know what it is.
Yeah, you didn't even know what it was, yeah.
They're going to be going. And if I help these guys, I might have an end to find out what my personal main quest objective of investigating this rising, like, aberration, what I assume is an aberration force coming, playing off the last campaign with the Overseer.
Yep.
So it's like there's something not natural happening in Svartalfheim. There's whispers of it, and that is my character's main quest line. Is like, I've been sent here to investigate to see if there's any legitimacy to it, and then report back.
Yep.
Come to find out, and I've spoken with you before, just because I know a little bit of the other people's plot. Is like, I think I told you, it's like, if you wanted to, just because I know who his patron is, link this to his patron, and then that interacts us. If you go that way, that's up to you. If you don't, you don't. But I go, that's what I do.
Yeah.
But it's kind of that type of thing of where you're a writer and you're watching a TV show you almost worked on. It's like, this is how I would have done it.
I would have done it this way, Yeah.
But that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it all works out in the end. Spoiler alert, those of you that are curious, Rick, the Skaven Warlock, is a Warlock of the Undying, is the one he picked.
Yeah.
But yeah, where his patron is, I had the idea of using the Great Horn Rat from Warhammer
as like
Fantasy as a base. But yeah, and then we did that episode to where we created gods, and that's like, okay, okay. And so because we wanted it to be,
we created like, actually those episodes came about, if I remember it, because that actually is one of our most popular episodes. Is why does your D&D god not care?
That's what it was.
So at the end of those episodes, we actually rolled up those rats for Brent to use. I was listening to it, and it was really fun to do, but it was, I'll admit, it was fun to do, but it was not engaging content to listen to, because I found myself zoning out. And if I find myself zoning out editing it,
and you're like, I'm the one,
that's the sign. It's like, this is not engaging.
Yeah, exactly.
And I do want to put on a little bit of an engaging conversation.
We need to do better.
Beyond just listening to friends talk, I do want to be a little bit entertaining. Did you find it a surprise, though, with how we're kind of, other than Ronnie, which is not a surprise. She had that click kind of with Nick's character, but are you finding it interesting that obviously Rick and Annabelle were together, Malcolm and Ephraim, even though they have not talked and they are completely opposite ideologies, and me and Chase have talked about this away from the table multiple times, of that we're looking forward to when this ideology possibly argument is coming, of because it's free will versus destiny, and both of them are pretty devout. I wouldn't say my character is. He follows the ideology of Rama, the god of heroes from our previous campaign, and she is a big proponent of free will, write your own way.
Yes.
He's following the Norns, which are obviously the fates.
Yeah.
And for anyone that knows mythology, no explanation needed. They believe in a predestined way.
They have the tapestry that they're weaving and all of that. Yeah. So, yeah.
But to see those, we actually, after only 2 sessions, we actually have characters clicking together even.
Yeah, it is really cool to see. I was kind of really interested to see, like I said earlier, Rick and Annabelle working together so well. That was really cool to see.
And they lit up because both, like, Vicky is a shy character, and she stepped out.
Yeah, no, it was beautiful to see. I loved it. So that's why I didn't want to
interfere,
override any of it. Yeah, because it
was all happening organically.
Yeah, we didn't have a whole lot of plot progress didn't happen, but let's say it was all organic. People were engaging. People were speaking up. They were doing things. They were trying things out. It was just amazing. And
it's sometimes a DM's dream to just sit back behind the screen and not let it go.
Yeah, just let it go. More. Keep going. You're doing great. Yes.
I did. My favorite interaction with Ronnie was just because the for lack of a better term, the jackass NPCs that I was working with were not doing anything, and I'm like, fine, I'm going up to this warehouse. This is way back before all this went down.
Yeah, before it even started. Yeah.
And my character went and knocked on the door after she went in.
Yeah, because she went up because she was there to meet the guy and to do a deal.
And we were already having this awkward interchange between him and her and this muscle mommy.
Oh, yeah. He was laying it on thick.
And I knock on the door and she answers. And then I come up to her chest and I said, my character just looks up like, Oh,
Whoa.
you're tall.
Yeah.
And that was my exact reaction.
Yeah, just kind of, whoa, I was, damn. It's like, I saw you from a distance, wow, she's kind of tall. Now it's,
You're
whoa,
taller
you
up
are
close.
Tall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I actually said
yeah,
that.
you're taller, up
close.
close. Yeah. Yeah, I'm taller far away, too. But anyway. But no, yeah, just everyone's interaction was really good. I was not too worried about it because I knew that it would either come in time or it wouldn't. And if it wouldn't have happened, then that's when I had like story beats planned or events to happen or whatever to kind of help people out of that rut to where, I don't really know what to do. It's okay. I can have something happen that you guys can react to.
Yeah.
And then, there's something to react to instead of trying to just make it up by yourself. But I didn't need to. It was great.
I'm trying to think of like anything else that kind of happened, but we kind of wrapped it up there.
It ended with Rick and Annabelle realizing that the crystals they were after were not in the clothes that they thought they were. Mm-hmm. And so they realized they're not here. He still has them somehow. We got to go get them. And so now they're making their way back to get a hold of Han to try to find the crystals.
Or if we even find them.
Yeah, and that's the thing, because he woke up. He woke up and ran into the city. And there's no way I'm going to deal with the police raid. I'm outside of the...
And he's obviously already a shady individual.
Yeah, and he's naked.
Yeah.
So
I think he grabbed a sheet and ran off.
He grabbed some like random stuff. He's outside of the perimeter. There's no way I'm hanging around here. I'm booking it. So I have an idea how stuff comes together.
Because you'll be taking, unless he plays again with us, which I doubt he will, because he's a part-time player.
Yeah, and he's got his own D&D game going on. He was able to join us because his had canceled.
It'll be interesting to see how you take over Han as an NPC. Like,
there is no way I'm going to be able to do him justice.
No.
Nick was just amazing. So I will not be able to do the character justice. I'm just going to say that now. But it was great. It was D&D, and it was
classic D&D.
It was classic, and it's one of those moments that really shows you that no plan, everyone has heard the no plan survives contact with the enemy.
Mm-hmm.
The players are not the GM's enemy. No, when it comes to D&D or tabletop games, no plan survives contact with the players because the players have free will. They have their own thoughts and ideas, and those are going to come out. And so you just need to adapt to that. And no, it was great. They did good. I'm proud of all you guys. Looking forward to next session.
Is there anything? I guess one more question, and then is there anything that kind of notched your D&D or your DM or your game master experience up one with just this one session that you took away as a lesson? Now that you are the DM,
I kind of implemented it. It was just an idea that I've gotten from other DMs, from watching you DM, from just anything else, is to have multiple ideas of how something can turn out so that you can kind of, even though it may turn out one way, you can still tie it back to your story. Because like I've said 1,000 times before in just this episode, the players have their own ideas and everything. Try to have enough of an idea of where you want this to go in the long run that if something changes in it, you can adapt.
Yeah. And
still attach it to the story that you're trying to create with your players. And I think this last session, I was able to do that, and I'm still doing it, to where certain things have happened. How can I get it to where we're back? We started scattered, we're back together, and now we're scattered again.
Yeah.
How do I get them?
We're split as opposed
you're
to
split.
scattered.
You're not scattered, you're split.
Because there's three of us together, and there's Rick and Annabelle.
And Rick and Annabelle are now coming back.
Yeah.
And so...
And they don't know if... do they know that they're looking for crystals? Because I tried to pay attention to what everyone's doing, but at the same time, I'm trying to kind of glaze the details off with my ADD to where I can naturally just roleplay ignorance as well. Like, I don't fully know what's going on, and I want it to be that way, and I want it to come off natural. That way, I don't metagame as much.
Yeah. I don't think Rick or Annabelle know specifically that they're crystals.
Okay.
They might, because I know...
I think the only one that knows that they're crystals is Ronnie's character.
Is Ronnie, yeah. I believe she's the only one, because she was told by the lord of her house to go get it. So yeah, I believe she knows. Maybe...
And the only reason why Malcolm's with is because his patron, or I guess not patron, but goddess, because he's a cleric, the Fate.
He had a vision,
had a vision of one of the people there, so he's tagging along to see where that vision goes.
Yep.
It's not even to follow about the crystals.
Yeah, and that's kind of the thing, is that the crystals for Malachim they aren't even a thing. He doesn't care. The crystals don't mean jack to him. But I don't know, maybe because I know Annabelle and Rick were in the warehouse when Han first showed up. So maybe in that interchange, maybe one of them saw it, because I think he pulled like a box out or something and opened them up. And I think maybe one of them might have seen the crystals, but I don't remember. Yeah. We'll have to ask them when we meet back up. But yeah, all they know is all that Rick knows is that his patron told him, this guy has something I want. Get it. And so, okay, yes, boss. And he's off, and he kind of has a vague, almost like a Jack Sparrow compass type thing, to where he kind of feels where they're at. He doesn't have like a GPS pinpoint, but he knew my patron wants me to get something over there, which is when he ran away with the clothes. He's like, okay, cool. This thing is magic. Wait, this isn't it, because he's felt it.
And then his patron.
Yeah, his patron called him an idiot.
His patron like put him down.
He was like, how can... You're an idiot. They're not here. He still has them.
Yeah.
And it's just... And then after the session, I went home, and my curiosity was just driving me nuts. And so I looked it up. I was like, is there a vest of pockets in D&D? What came up was the girdle of pockets.
Oh.
That
must be a 3 item.
Second.
Really?
It's a second edition item is what it popped up as. And it's a wide leather belt that has 9 pockets. However, each pocket has 9 pockets. And they're 1 foot by 1 foot dimensional spaces. So they're kind of like tiny bags of holding. And so it's kind of like the if anyone read the Harry Potter, actually read the books in Goblet of Fire, to when one of the wizards has the chest that has all of the locks on the front, and they cast magic on it, and each lock undoes, and another chest comes out, another chest comes out. In the book, they talk about that, to where no, each lock is a separate chest. And there's like 9 locks on the front, where you unlock one, you open the chest up, that's one compartment. You close the chest, you lock it, you unlock the second one, you open it up, it's now another chest.
Oh, shit.
To where one chest is actually 9. So they kind of didn't really show that in the movie, but it still looked cool.
It's probably a little hard to convey through a movie.
Yeah, but whatever. And so that's kind of how I envision these pockets. There's 9 pockets, and then each of those are 9 deep. And each is 1 foot storage. And I was going, okay, that's what they found. They found that. Because why would a warlock looking for a magic item that their patron wants them to get, and a fairy that's kind of being attuned to the natural order is feeling this corruption, why would they have been confused if there wasn't magic involved? So I'm retconning it a little bit, that they grabbed this and they went, okay, cool, this has got magic in it, this must be it, and they disappeared because of the police raid. And then they find out wrong magic. And then the The patron kicks in. Is like, you're stupid. How could you have done this? No, he still has it. You got to go back and get it. And so, and now they got to go back.
That's where we ended.
And that's where we ended.
For anyone that's wondering where Chase is at, unfortunately, we do have some bad news, at least on the podcast end. He is he should be back for the 100th episode, hopefully.
I will drag him there myself.
But he's on hiatus until March because he's an esports coach, and they reorganized his schedule for the nights that we record. And me and Brent only have certain nights that we have available to record, and those are usually our Monday nights.
Yeah.
Or if we have a special guest, I think for like Rolling with Story, we did a morning episode on one of those days.
Yep.
But
that was really cool talking to those guys.
It was, and I hope to have them back on.
That'd be great. Yeah, especially since they've rebranded and they're getting ready to launch e-zine or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So looking forward to that. Yeah.
They're launching their own game system.
That's right. They're making a game system. Yeah.
They actually sent it to me for us to look at and possibly run a one shot with. If we were very interested, or we're interested enough with their system. It looks about 5e level of
5e adjacent types,
like a level of rules.
Okay. I'm interested. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested in. From what I've seen so far, it looks very good.
Mm-hmm.
But as you and me both know, off almost 2 decades worth of playing, there's a lot of good things that look good on paper but don't play out as well.
Yeah. But that's what we'll.
But that's what we'll find out, and we'll give them a beta report.
Yeah, exactly.
But like I was saying, Chase unfortunately is on hiatus, so that is why he's not here, and he probably will not be here other than maybe for the 100th episode as much. We do have some special fill-in people. Maybe Nick could come and join us, hopefully, if his family lets him. If not, we do have some special guests lined up. If not, we'll try and make the best of it the most we can.
Absolutely.
But, not every session needs to be pushed forward. Sometimes the story needs a detour, and we certainly detoured on this one, but definitely in a good way, and that was session 2. Well, but for now, I'll take a good warehouse fight with a little Nick-fueled madness any day.
Oh, yeah.
Because at the end of the all, it's what playing with your friends and having fun and forgetting how crappy the world is, especially right now, is what makes this game enjoyable. Hey, tabletop gamers. Thank you for watching this episode of the Hermit's Homebrew. We come out with new episodes every Wednesday. Remember to like, subscribe, and share with your friends as we continue to level up and grow.